Alright, we're going to demo how to do a Hong Kong finish on your seams. You use this finish if you have a garment that is unlined and you want the inside to be fabulous. If you're making a period garment, for instance, you wouldn't be able to serge it if you know that the actor's going to take that garment off on camera. So this is a nice way to finish a man's jacket or a lady's skirt, and it's easy to do. It's a nice way also to finish something that is made of thick fabric, and you're not going to be able to put that through the serger, or you're not sure how you're going to bind it. A Hong Kong finish is a really nice finish, and we use it an awful lot on bodices, for instance, on Helen Wheels. So you want to get the fabric out of the way. You're looking at this from the wrong side, so you're looking at your seam allowance. Here, I'll try and show that to you. Oh, there we go. And you're going to press open one side of a double folded bias tape. I'm just going to snip some off, make life easier here. And you're going to take the edge that's folded, and you can see where the fold is, and line it right up against the edge of the seam allowance. In this case, your seam allowance would be raw. I have a selvage, but if it would be raw. Again, you start right at the end, back stitch, and stitch right in that little fold. And again, I'm just holding things in place. There's no need to baste or pin. If it's a light fabric, take a second to look at it and make sure the bias is not easing it up. To the end and you back stitch. Then you would cut off your bias and all those nasty little thread ends. Then you would go to the iron and give this a nice press. I'm just going to finger press it so I can show you. Then you fold over the very edge, okay, so that the fold on your bias tape is even with the fold of the seam allowance. And I'm going to pop a couple of pins. Again, it's not necessary to baste this. It should press up nice. So on one side you've got this nice clean finish. Let's see if we can see that on here. And on the wrong side you have the pressed bias tape. So it's nice and flat, there's not a lot of bulk. So then you're going to do what's called stitching in the ditch, which I think you probably have done already. Oh, there goes my machine thread. Stitching in the ditch is a nice way of finishing something but hiding what you've been up to. Okay, so again, back stitching, and you're going to stitch right in that seam. And if it's the same color as the garment, you won't see the stitching. So there you have a nice finish on your, let's see if we can get this near the camera so you can see it without it being a big blur. I guess it doesn't want to. Yeah, there we go. So it's a nicely finished edge. And this is the side that you would see in the garment. So you see the seam allowance, and then you see the nice finished edge. And then on the wrong side, you can just see the flat, or if I could hold this correctly, you could see the nice flat edge of the... So I'm flipping and checking again my tension and making sure that it's all right, and then I'm going to trim all those thread ends off. So that's a Hong Kong finish. Ta-da!